And in national news, federal employees are no longer able to accept the Trump administration's buyout offer. A federal judge is allowing the offer to proceed. After the ruling, the Trump administration quickly sending an email, making last night the deadline to accept. ABC's Perry Russum has a story.
This morning, the window for the more than 2 million federal employees to accept a buyout offer is now closed, as Elon Musk and his Doge team cut the government's workforce under the direction of President Trump. Speaking remotely to the World Government Summit in Dubai overnight, Musk says he wants to delete entire agencies.
It's kind of like if leaving a weed. If you don't remove the roots of the weed, then it's easy for the weed to grow back.
The Trump administration sending an email to federal employees last night with the subject, "The fork in the road is closed," after a judge ruled in favor of the buyout offer. One staffer telling ABC News they received the email minutes before 7 p.m., with a deadline to respond only 20 minutes later. More than 73,000 people accepting the offer before the final email last night.
This is what President Trump campaigned on doing. He's delivering on a promise that 77 million people elected him to do.
Trump set to hold a news conference later today where he says he'll outline what he calls the federal government's widespread fraud and abuse uncovered by Doge across multiple agencies.
I'm going to read to you some of the names that hundreds of millions and even billions of dollars have been given to.
Meanwhile, a major shift in U.S. support for Ukraine. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth says to end the war, Ukraine would need to give up territory to Russia.
As President Trump has said, stopping the killing. And so that will require both sides recognizing things they don't want to.
It comes after the prisoner swap involving Mark Fogel, a U.S. teacher who was wrongfully detained in Russia. In exchange, the U.S. releasing Alexander Vinnik, a Russian arrested in 2017 on cryptocurrency fraud charges. Trump says he spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin yesterday.
I think we're on the way to getting peace. I think President Putin wants peace, and President Zelensky wants peace, and I want peace.
Trump has agreed to meet with Putin in person in the near future. Secretary Hegseth says NATO membership for Ukraine is unrealistic. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.